My overall view on this, on some of the specifics, I thought Joe Biden did terrific on health care reform, on reaching out to the middle class. On some of the specifics, I thought Sarah Palin did very poorly. She kept pushing an anti-government message at a time when people are crying out for government to come in and regulate and do more oversight of Wall Street. I think her timing on it was totally wrong. That's because the Republican ideology on it right now is wrong. And so she was in that tough spot, but didn't seem to recognize that she was in a tough spot. There was no recognition of that. So that's the substance. As far as how they looked and how they did overall in the debate, I think anybody looking at that thinks Joe Biden is ready. Okay, yeah. I am assured that that guy is going to do a good job. He knows exactly what he's talking about. I look at Sarah Palin and I think we're in a world of hurt if she winds up becoming president. And she didn't, to me, with those prepared answers and the bubbly fake enthusiasm, this kind of, what you won't hear on the mainstream media because McCain people would attack. This cheerleader-like, persona out there. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. Gosh darn it, Gully G. Willikers, say it ain't so, Joe. I just didn't think it played well. I mean, I think people look at that and go, "Ay."
No, you saw the seriousness of Biden. You saw the cartoonishness of Palin. There was nothing to give anybody a feeling that this person's qualified to be president. But there was something about Biden that said this person is qualified to be president. So many people, because of the build-up to this debate, wanted to see a knockout punch. They were talking about the NASCAR effect of this debate. The people want to watch it just to see a crash. And the NASCAR effect didn't happen, but it's almost better that it didn't happen, that Biden didn't engage, because you saw the statesman, you saw the diplomat, you saw the person who was clearly more capable of being president. So people who are disappointed that there wasn't a knockout punch should be just as enthused over the fact that Biden held on to what has gotten him to where he is, and he showed it to America tonight. So I think that's important.
There wasn't a crash, Michael, that where cars flip over.
Right.
But she kept hitting the bumper. She's hitting everything in sight.
Yeah.
I mean, when she comes in and does those awkward attacks like, your plan is the white flag of surrender, it just seemed out of place.
No question. No question.
It looked like she had been coached to say that. Hey, attack Biden and call him a man who surrenders. But in the middle of the debate, if she was smart, she should have adjusted.
Everything about her was entirely inorganic, and that showed tonight.
Absolutely. And so in the end, I think Joe Biden reaches out to the middle class, says we're going to bring you real change. Sarah Palin seems to have the wrong answers and answers she's been coached for. She looks a little awkward. Joe Biden looks perfectly calm and statesmanlike. I think it's a clear win for Joe Biden. Not a knockout punch.
Yeah.
Sarah Palin doesn't grossly embarrass herself by bumbling, although she does say,
but it may be a bigger win for the ticket because it isn't a knockout punch, in a way. I think
I would have preferred she embarrassed herself.
I know. But if Biden had thrown the knockout punch and not her just stumbling and making a bad punch, if we're going to just keep pushing this imagery here, but I just sort of think that, okay, onward now. It's sort of, we can go on. There's this comfort level with Biden. There's this preparedness level with Biden. I just think that he accomplished a lot by actually not having the focus just be on the knockout. However.
And finally, I like the style that Biden took in terms of, he said, he felt like he was debating with John McCain. He kept saying John. He was very familiar with him. And he said, look, John was wrong on this. And he's like, at one point he even said, I love him. But he was wrong on this.
Right.
And he kept saying it over and over, almost ignoring Sarah Palin, like, why would I be debating her?
Right.
What is the point of this? Let me tell you what this election is really about. It's Barack Obama versus John McCain. Where Sarah Palin's trying to do these little digs at Joe Biden, it seemed petty and out of place.
100%, yeah.
So I think it's a definite, clear win for Biden. And since Obama was leading to begin with, it adds to his lead. McCain, at this point in the election, in a world of trouble.